So hello, Ayano.
Hi, Lucas.
Hi, it's good to see you again. I
Same
interviewed
here.
you and Felipe before for the long form interview format. But I also want to make some videos that are a bit shorter and in a shorter format, asking one specific question that I would really like to explore with some people I like listening to, so to say, people who really think about stuff. And in your case, I sent you a question, which is a bit of a vague question, but that's essentially what I wanted to know, like from someone with a Tango profile like you, and the amount of stuff you put in Tango, and how much it means to your life. The teaching you do, like a lot of people know you guys, and the question I sent you was, what does Tango mean to you? And then you told me you wanted to think about the answer a little bit, well, ultimately, we can now create a video to answer that question. So I'm very curious about your answer.
It was great that you asked me that question in that moment because we finally went back to Buenos Aires after 3 years of break. We were going there every year and we would stay for like a month. And every time I replenish my tango, I would feel like I grow when I'm in Buenos Aires. And I get a lot of energy and like drinking from the source, like a fountain of youth, instead tango, no? And then I just keep spending for the entire year until I go back to Buenos Aires. That's what I felt like. And the 3 years of cutoff was really big for me. And I feel like, oh my God, I want to go back. I want to go back. Also lost so many friends. So when we went back in July and stayed there for a month, which is a little short for me. And then I was like, okay. And I need to drink up the tango. And I realized when I arrived there that I don't need it. I didn't need to drink up from the source anymore because the density and the concentration of how much tango it was inside me and what was in Buenos Aires, in the air, in the milonga, and everywhere, it was the same. The osmosis didn't have to happen. It was already there. And so I realized that tango, before I knew it, it was already part of me. So now, if you ask me, what is tango to me? It is very much a part of me. If I cut off a piece of me, there's tango. We think about tango all the time. Now we teach tango. In order to teach tango, we have to think what it is in order to give the essence, no, to the people who are starting. That's how we received tango in the beginning, because it was not part of me. It was something completely foreign to me when I started. I'm Japanese. I moved to the States and I discovered tango. And I was like, wow. And then I started. No, in that moment, tango was completely outside of me. So it's very interesting that tango, how it changed me. And now it's so vast that it absorbed me already. And now it's inside. It's something that I didn't expect. It was a surprise for me that I discovered that this time. And I'm very happy that happened. I always say a lot to people that when you start tango, it's like you are stepping on to the final stage of human evolution. We talk about tango dancers like muggles, and the wizards in Harry Potter, like tango people and non-tango people. We definitely make the distinction. Why? Because tango changes you. When you start tango, your sensitivity increases towards the other people. In the beginning, it's so rough, everything is so big, and it starts becoming more subtle. First, it's so uncomfortable to embrace, and then you start getting used to it, and you can allow the other people to come into your space, emotionally, psychologically, physically, everything, no? And to accept that. And you're aware of lead and follow, both are feeling each other all the time, and also people around you, so you don't bump into people. I know that the milongueros eventually start developing eyes behind their head because they can take a back step because they know that nobody's there. As a beginner, you take a back step, you bump into people all the time because you don't know, you don't have that senses. But tango evolutionizes you because you gain a new level of awareness. It's really amazing. Now, as a milonguera, I close my eyes and I follow my leaders. And I know if we're off track, I know where, if we are deviating towards the center of the flow, I know it. I can feel it. Like, where are you going? Tangueros, as we enter into the space of a milonga, we know immediately, it only takes a second to scan the room. Where are the people sitting? What's going on? Oh, that couple broke up. Oh, that one came on with the new people. Who are the person who are coming in? Is that a new dancer or visitor? All of that, like a spy sense, we accumulate that, we acquire that as we become a tango dancer. It's very interesting. And when the new dancers come in, they're like, they completely have no idea. But then I said, like, eventually you will acquire all this super power. And then you become a tanguero. Like there's a human Homo sapiens, and then there's tanguero. I always say that. And that's more external. But tango also, what it does to you is that as we meet this another person to have this dance, it exposes you. It forces you to look inside yourself. It's very funny because it's just a dance, but it's way more than a dance. It exposes your ego, your shame, your confidence, all of it. Until all that struggle keeps going, until you find peace at accepting who you are, as you are. When you are free of judgment, you are free and you can enjoy so much and you can accept so much. And tango changes. And at least that was for me. I used to ask for approval all the time. Am I a better dancer? Am I following you? Why is he not looking at me? No, when we are new, we always look for that, I think. Some people even look to tango to change us, to make us a better existence than just a bureaucrat working in the office. They dream of this tango, how is it, Dancing with the Stars? And they think the tango will change you. No, you have to find yourself, actually. And because I used to go to Buenos Aires all the time and I studied so much, I was hoping that those milongueros, the old milongueros, that would say, hey, you study so well. Now you know tango so well. I was looking for that approval, which I couldn't get because they passed away this trip. And then I thought, so does that make me less? No, I know that there's tango inside me. I don't have to ask for approval. It doesn't change me if somebody asks me or not. If it happened, it's amazing. But I also know that many other elements work there. So I'm just already at peace with tango. And through that, I also know that now I'm at peace of myself. And I really appreciate tango for that, for making me take this journey and forcing me to question such difficult thing. Who am I? No? And now I share that with the new people who encounter tango. I'm just a mere guide in their own tango journey. And my tango journey also continues. I'm still in the way. No? I'm still on the way.
Yes. So in a sense, like if we're talking about what it means to you, then it has to do with a lot of factors that are to have to do like with the senses and with like being able to perceive things and being able to feel things a certain way, to be able to live life a certain way. Do I understand that correctly?
Well, now I think tango, what tango is to me is it is part of me. You know, I mainly follow. I lead and follow both, but I mainly follow in the social dancing. It is a practice of finding calm. I would say like, oh, it's like I have a lake inside me, and I need to calm down the lake until it becomes like a mirror. So quiet, so I can feel. You know, clear of my mind. So it is like a meditation. Many people say that, no? But I think of that. And tango is like a mirror that reflects us, our dream, our insecurity, our truth, no?
Yeah, so essentially you don't even longer have to ask the question what it means to you, because you have become tango to the extent that you don't need anything external to confirm that. You just know that it's like it's inside you, and it's I think that's essentially what you were trying to say.
Yes.
And that it sounds to me that sounds like a very advanced stage of being a tango dancer. And
I'm sure they are a long way ahead too.
yes, but that never ends. So
this journey is very interesting because each stage has been exciting and scary and interesting and challenging all this time. And I enjoyed it. Even as a bad dancer and not knowing anything, it was still very fulfilling for me. Each step was fulfilling for me. And it was always a surprise every time I took one more step ahead. There was like, oh, I had no idea what that was. I had no idea that I didn't understood nothing. But now I know after so many steps that I also know that I still haven't yet understood nothing when I take the next step. And I know that this continues and it excites me. It's so awesome.
yes, but that's also one thing I really understood from the full interview with you guys, which I'll link in the video description. But you guys seemed like almost like just as enthusiastic about tango as the moment you started, and like some people deal with things like burnout, and I think everyone deals with some type of burnout at some point. But you, like, it seems like you're so ingrained in tango that tango has become you, and that's pretty much what you said in this video as well. So that's it's interesting how you confirmed that. So yes, thank you for this message. I think there's a lot of people who will enjoy your answer, and I also think it's something like it's a wisdom. So I like it. It's yeah, that's something very profound, and it also makes us humble because we know that there's always so much to keep striving for, and yeah, so that's awesome. Well, thank you for
Thank
today.
you for
And
inviting me.
yes, and when I have another really fake question for you again, then I'll contact you. But yeah, I'm sorry it was so broad and so fake, but it's I think you handled it very well. And sometimes I think very interesting answers can come from this type of question. So thanks, and hope to speak to you some other time.
Same, anytime.